I do.
Yeah, we're okay for time, lad. Put the kettle on if you want, Johnny.
Where's Sheila?
She's gone off somewhere with Teresa. She said to wish you luck.
I'm going to need it, aren't I? I'm not looking forward to this.
I hope you know I've lifted my best suit out for this, lad.
I've had it, you know.
I wish to God you'd have got a solicitor, Jonah, to do. Hey? Bloody hell. You're standing there worrying yourself to death and you've done nothing about it.
What would I pay a solicitor with? Brass buttons. Anyway, what could he do?
What could he do? He could put your side of it, couldn't he? I mean, all that malarkey about the statement thing she sent you. You say it's garbage. OK. I reckon most of it is. But you haven't done anything about getting anyone on your side.
I thought I could count on you, Bob.
You can, Jonah. I mean, but what can I do for you, lad? I'm losing a day's wages and that's about the only positive thing I am doing.
I'm sorry, Bob.
Oh, don't mean that, Jonah. I'm only too happy to go for you, lad. But I just can't do you any good.
I'm worried to say. This fella you got, he's asked her to marry him. I met his sister in town. She told me. It's him who doesn't want me anywhere near her.
That's just talk.
It isn't. He won't shut of me. It's bad enough for him having a half-black step-kid without the real thing turning up every weekend.
That's all me backside, Jonah, and you know it.
It's true, Bob. She's got him behind her, pushing her, and she wants to push me all the way out the picture.
Do you know what you've just done? Hey, you've just argued my case for me, haven't you? You should have got a solicitor.
All right, Bobby, come on, let's get down there and get it sorted out.
Well, things certainly seem to have livened up recently.
Sorry?
The toings and froings. The blonde bombshell's just turned up at that computer chap's again. And Grant has just gone out with our local ethnic minority.
Ethnic minority?
That coloured fellow. The one that gets on so well with Lucy.
Oh, Jonah. He's more of a Merseyside than the two of us put together.
Speaks better Scouse than us, I'll give you that.
Well, hardly surprising. His family have lived in Toxteth since before the war, so he told Lucy.
Sure they have. We had one or two Liverpool darkies in the army. Africa was much a shock to them as to any of us.
Long time since I've been in a place like this. Yeah, I'll be on them lists.
Jones versus Jones, variation to access. I've been in a place like this since our Barry got put on that supervision order. Thank Christ he left it alone, eh? Otherwise he hasn't been caught since.
Didn't know about that.
It was ages ago. Must be, what, 10 years nearly?
What for?
Bit of thieving.
I got probation.
All right, get on about that, lad.
2 years probation, that's all. I roped a pair of baseball boots for millets.
Perfect crime.
Yeah. She got me out of all that, you know, thieving. When I got involved with it, I just finished probation. And I got done twice in a week.
You're a sly one, aren't you? How come I never heard about that?
Yeah, well, didn't have to hear, did you? And like I said, she got me out of it. It was all forgotten. Now the bitch has got me in it again.
I know. But you should have got a solicitor, shouldn't you?
Is Gordon staying out there all day, do you know?
Well, private study's the order of the day. Can't see why that headmaster couldn't provide alternative accommodation.
Surely roof repairs don't require a 3-day closure.
Something to do with insurance, no doubt. I've a good mind to ask for a rebate.
What?
Well, why not? What's 3 days enforced absence from this term's fees? Hey, what's it work out at? Pounds rather than pennies, I'm sure.
Look, if you're so concerned about finance, you know what to do. We've all told you.
Not the Rover again.
I'm saying no more.
Going out?
Yes. Ratepayers business. Going to the local library to look through the council minutes.
Sounds like fun.
I shan't be long. You don't need the car.
So you keep telling me.
You know what I mean.
You need it, do you?
May I borrow your precious car?
Oh, carry on, carry on.
Thank you.
I thought you were on my side, Bob.
I am, Jonah. You're my mate. But you're a mug as well. You should have got a solicitor.
Oh, solicitors.
You've done all this billing, haven't you? But what have you done about it? Nothing. If you think that much of Jason, you'd have got some legal help.
Oh, solicitors. I've had them before. They're all the same, them and judges. I don't matter, you don't matter. As long as they get their money, they don't give a toss.
I bet you she's got a solicitor.
She has, you know she has. She can get legal aid, can't she?
I know you're earning a few bob, but can't you?
You're joking.
No, but you haven't tried, have you?
No.
Well, there then.
It doesn't matter, does it? She's got him behind her, the factory owner. He'd pay for Petrocelli to stand for her to get rid of me, the black boy.
Don't you think you're taking this racial stuff just a little bit too far?
Split us up, didn't it?
No, it didn't, Jonah. You were too young and too short of money. And it happens to a lot of people who get married. Because marriage is a bloody struggle, lad.
This is the judge's chambers, Mrs. Jones. Perhaps you'd like to take a seat.
When do we go in? I feel uncomfortable with him sitting there.
Depends on how busy the judge is. Won't be long.
Be pleased with yourself, Barbara.
Don't let him intimidate you, Mrs. Jones. I'm quite confident the judge will go our way.
I feel really bad about it, but his carry-on recently with Jason.
You'll have a fight on your hands, you know.
There you are, coffee break.
Oh, thanks.
Think I'll treat myself to a nip of the hard stuff. I go for a stroll later. Perhaps you'd like to come along, old man.
Why don't you sell the car?
Well, that was straight to the point.
I meant it to be. Why don't you?
We've been through this 1,000 times.
But why don't you sell it?
Because I don't want to.
That's not a good reason.
It is.
It isn't. It's not logical. There's no argument. And you're failing to make a coherent and logical case for retaining the car.
Retain, eh? Logical.
Dad, I'm being serious.
Sounds interesting.
But why don't you sell it?
I was just about to have a go at the crossword, but this sounds much more fun. Well, don't just sit there staring. Let's be logical.
I don't see why you won't admit it. It's because of him and nothing else.
It's not you brought it on yourself.
It's funny how he comes into the picture and suddenly nothing I do or say is right. Not a peep out of it until the other month. She's trying to turn the kid against me. That's what you're doing.
I'm not. You don't know what he's like, Bobby. I don't suppose he told you what happened last Sunday. Jason was nearly drowned.
Nearly drowned. He fell off the boat into a foot of water.
While you were off drinking. Fancy leaving a child in a boat.
I wasn't off drinking. Yeah, I was going to go for a few cans and I turned me back.
He's been having bad dreams ever since.
She's twisting everything. Could have happened to anyone. I've done it myself, for Christ's sake.
You're not 6 years old. Mind you, you wouldn't know it the way he acts. That bit in the affidavit, did he show you it? Bringing him back cold and ill. Do you know what he did? He took him to the picketing during the strike, then to the big right to work march in Manchester.
She wanted him to go.
You wanted him to go. He came back from that drunk as well. It was nearly 8 o'clock, freezing. Jason was ill in bed all the week after.
Oh, garbage.
Well, yeah, lad, you'll get us all chucked out if you don't behave yourself.
You wanted him to go, so you could go and stay in your fella's flash bloody house. That's why. It's true, Bobby. When it suits her, I can have Jason. Otherwise, she doesn't want me going around with him. The black.
Oh, don't start that again. Would I have married you in the first place if I was bothered about you being black? Would I?
No, but That fella, he's dropped the poison, hasn't he? You think the same way as he does now?
It doesn't matter to me what colour Jason's father is. I just want to get this access business sorted out properly. 2 hours on a Sunday and no more, till you start behaving like you're out with your son.
That kid thinks the world of me.
Oh yeah, when you get drunk and come back swearing and threatening to hit me. It's all happened in front of Jason.
You start the trouble moaning because I'm back an hour or so late.
You've seen the papers from the solicitor. Time after time he comes back late. It's hours sometimes. This arguing and fighting, it's doing Jason no good. He's getting bad dreams and he's wetting the bed.
That's got nothing to do with it. He doesn't do when he stays with me.
Oh, I'm not surprised having to sleep in that flea pit flat of yours. And that's another thing. It's not right him staying there overnight. One bed between you. It's no good at his age.
Oh, I see. That's not good enough now, eh? Now you can go and stay at Uncle Flash's place.
He's never stayed there overnight.
Not like some, eh?
Oh, I don't know why I agreed to speak to you. It's a waste of time.
It is if you're going to argue, love.
He can't see. I'm doing it for Jason's good. I don't want to do it, but I can't go on like this. I'm worried sick every time he takes him.
I thought you might just want to avoid what's going to go on in there.
They're going to throw garbage at the both of us, Barbara.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, but surely you can come to an agreement, without a judge, love.
Not with him, I couldn't.
Well, I've known him a good few years, love, and he's always been more than reliable for the union.
Oh, I know that. Always reliable for the union.
The fella she's going with isn't like the unions either. He's turned it against them too.
You turned me against unions. He wasn't content to just belong to one. He had to be a troublemaker. He had him out for weeks just before we broke up. We had nothing to eat, we were behind with the rent, and he spent everything we did up doing picket duty and going on strike meetings with his mates. Like you.
Well, I hardly see what that's got to do with the boy, love. You can't blame that on the union.
I thought you weren't on anybody's side.
I'm just trying to point out. It's just not relevant to all this.
It is for me. All this lateness, the shouting, the drinking and that, it all started when you started this business. He gets obsessed with it. Smashing the system, making the bosses crawl, forcing out the government. I'm not interested. He knows I'm not. It's just a way of getting it wrong, because he knows he's got his own factory.
It's rubbish, and she knows it.
I've got another chance with Ron, and so has Jason. But you won't let us have it.
I just want to keep seeing the kid. I'm not having him stopping me.
It's got nothing to do with Ron. It hasn't. He's gone off the rails lately.
Because you're trying to muscle me out, that's why, Barbara. I can't see why we can't just carry on as before. I look forward to Saturday and Sunday. And what about me mum and dad?
You can take him there on Sunday afternoon.
2 lousy hours. I love that kid.
Oh, no.
It's just not me you're punishing, Jason's the only thing they've got in the world these days.
I'm not trying to punish anyone. I don't want him not to see you or your mum and dad. It's
because of him, isn't it? I suppose he doesn't like black grandparents either.
Oh, don't be so stupid.
I just want to keep seeing them Saturday and Sunday.
No.
You're wasting your time.
So if he agrees to sort himself out, if he promises not to drink while he's out with Jason at the weekend, bring him back at a reasonable time and that. Couldn't you give it another try? I'll check up on him if you like. He's always welcome to bring the little fella down to our house, It's a nice new house. My wife would love to see him. And Jonah. Got 2 kids of my own. They're grown up, mine, but, they still love nippers and that,
That'd be an idea, Barbara.
Should we get that solicitor of yours over, see what he's got to say?
No, it wouldn't work.
Would, Barbara?
And how long would that last?
But it's worth a try, love, isn't it?
You haven't even asked your wife, your kids.
But I'm telling you, love, they'd say it's okay. There'd be no problems, honest.
Could go on for years. He'd end up arguing with you, probably.
Don't be soft.
It wouldn't work.
Forget it, Bob. She set a man on this 2-hour business. I'm going to fight you in there, Barbara. I'm going to go in there and tell them exactly what your fella's trying to do to me and Jason.
I'm doing it for Jason's good, that's all, honest.
If you go in there telling them lies, there'll be trouble, I'm warning you.
Is Mr. Jones threatening you, Mrs. Jones?
No, I'm just telling her.
Joan there. He's just trying to avoid, what's going to go on in there.
Yes, quite. But these matters can rarely be sorted out by voluntary agreement between both parties, unfortunately. It's time for us to go in, Mrs. Jones.
I'm afraid this logic is becoming rather tedious. How long have we been at it now?
We still come back to the original question.
And I repeat my answer. I don't want to sell. I like the car. It suits me. And for the time being, I'm keeping it.
Oh, so you will sell sometime?
Sooner or later.
I think the family might prefer sooner.
Ah, so I gather. But look at it this way. I sell the car and make perhaps 4,000. And we still need another vehicle, no matter how cheap. The remaining cash isn't going to be enough to shore up the family budget and pay for Lucy to do her A's at Ladymount. Who knows what the remaining cash will be frittered away on or what might crop up.
Look, you talked about social standing, okay? Well, surely any future employer is going to be more impressed by the fact that you've got 2 children in private education. Well, more so than by the fact that you've got a huge piece of expensive steel outside.
It is a point. Call it illogical if you wish. That car gives me confidence. Confidence, Gordon, and I need that. My chances of finding suitable employment get smaller each month. That takes some getting used to, I can tell you. As long as I've got that car, I've got real hope. And as I've said a dozen times, I like it.
Don't you like your family more?
Now who's being illogical?
Well, yeah, but everyone would be happy if you sold it. We'd all be together, you know, trying to improve things. I don't want us all to fall out. Not over a car, anyway. I really mean it, Dad. Don't you like your family more than a car?
It's not a case of that, Gordon. It's not that simple. Things are never black or white.
Christ, the kid will hardly ever see me. They can't do it.
Well, they have done it. It's all your own fault.
You twisted the bloody lot, you lying cow!
Let's get out of here.
Get me hands on her. Please. Just shut your mouth, will you, Johnny? You're looking at your citizen. You don't for Christ's sake. Have me said.
We were allowed what we wanted. The terms of access have been redefined, which means he will only be allowed to see the child between the hours of 2 and 4 p.m. on Sundays. He will not be allowed to take the child out boating, nor will he be allowed to take him outside the Liverpool area. If there's any more trouble, you must inform me, Mrs. Jones.
Hello, my dear.
Do you need the car?
No, I've already told you.
For heaven's sake, I mean now.
No.
Incidentally, we're nearly out of petrol. Do wish you'd realise how much this uses. Everyone else uses second-hand cars.
Salad for 2. I thought you'd work out the message.
Anyone with half a brain could have worked that one out. I'd sooner have gone to work, though. Hey, I ate off this plate last week and I know these gravy stains anywhere.
Yeah. Get that down, yeah. Come on now. Keep your cool. Don't forget you've got that interview this afternoon. Come on, there's no need to look like that, lad. I'm still going.
What's the point? It's not worth it.
Look, you don't realise it, Jonah, lad. But you're playing people at their own game and taking the system on since the day you first draw breath. Listen, you know, of all the blokes I know, if I was going to live on me wits, you know, there wasn't Bobby Grant with Sheila and the kids and this mortgage and everything. If I was going to have to survive in that mess out there, and I had to find someone to show me how, do you know who would choose, eh? Do you? You soft lad. I don't give a toss about you being black, Jonah. And that story Barbara came up with there, I don't believe that. That's not you. I believe you, lad, I believe you. If you had a solicitor now, you could have sat down and talked to him and explained what you and Barbara have been through. And you wouldn't be in this mess, would you? Because he'd give you time, and then more time. You understand me? Will you get a solicitor? Come on, then.
Oh, come on, tell me. Is it a big one or isn't it?
Well, yes and no. It's going the way I want. I think it'll guarantee regular income for 2 years.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, a few more like this and I'll be fixed up.
Really independent, eh? That's great.
Well, I don't know about independent.
I thought you wanted to be free of those old clients. Putting in the new business.
I'm talking about being on my own. You know what I'm on about. Listen, Sam. I don't want to be on my own. I'm fixed up now, or I soon will be. Will getting married mean that much of a change?
Alan.
Look, business is going really great now. We can make a lot of money and have a good time. Everything's going just right. And you, well, you get difficult.
But a hint of a good contract. Nothing signed.
Well, it soon will be. Anyway, is that all you care about, money?
You know damn well it's not.
Sam! Well, are you going to say yes or no?
The answer's no. But I have decided to move in.
With me?
Who else, you daft thing?
You cracker! You little cracker!